We do appreciate it, and as the ambassador pointed out, heightened sensitivity now to what kind of noise is out there, what kind of intelligence is out there, and whether we're doing enough to connect the dots out there. Former White House National Security Council member Gillian says maybe we should be doing a little bit more. Reason Magazine's Catherine Mangu-Ward says be careful about overstepping things in the name of fear. So, Catherine, you take a look at these incidents today and say, hey, don't use this as an excuse to start going crazy and invading our privacy, essentially.
I mean, I think it's always worth keeping that concept in mind, and the moments when it's the easiest to lose sight of that are at these moments of crisis. Again, we're hearing, similar to the Boston bombings, that there was some information already in the sort of giant national security apparatus about these people, but we were unable to use it effectively. And I think, people are tempted to say, we need more information, we need more power, maybe we need to be better at using what we have.
Gillian, what do you make of that? Because the FBI, we're told just moments ago, is looking into this and these fears of coordinated attacks, the implications here, you know the drill. That I don't know what they're looking at. You think they should be free to look at maybe a little more than they do, or what?
Absolutely. Every single American counterterrorism initiative is predicated on good, solid intelligence gathering and solid intelligence analysis by the U.S. government, intel, and law enforcement communities. These three attacks really highlight a narrative that's been emerging in recent weeks thanks to leaked and declassified intel, which tells us ISIS is much better coordinated bureaucratically and operationally than was previously believed. Now is the exact wrong moment to be backing off.
All right, Catherine, you're quite right to say when we've had even these more far-reaching rules in effect, that when we're getting records of 125 million Americans off of their Verizon phone logs, et cetera, it didn't stop the Boston bombers. It didn't stop a lot of attacks where this was going on willy-nilly. So your argument is, who's to say a beefed-up type of security presence would change things now? Right?
That's right. And I think good intentions aren't enough, right? Of course, when people are pushing for expanded powers, what they mean to do with them is make Americans and others safer. It doesn't mean they will, and there are costs. So I'm just asking essentially for a very basic cost-benefit analysis in which we look at the cost of privacy, the cost to innocent civilians who wind up trapped in things like no-fly lists and other more severe situations.
Gillian, you come into camp like Chris Christie, who says your rights are a moot point if you're dead, right?
Well, look, the imperative to sort of protect, civilian privacy laws always rubs up against the president's imperative for national security to protect American citizens from threats abroad and at home. But the key here is that with the emergence of organizations like ISIS, who have emerged recently in the last couple of years, we're really facing a new type of dynamic threat. These people pose a direct threat to not only the United States' way of life and citizens operating abroad, but here at home as well.
Well, that's the battle we're all about, how far you go and do you go far enough. But ladies, I want to thank you both with all this other breaking news.